By the way, it's LUZBAY from Dover, New Hampshire. So I'm from a family of 14 children. So I was 11 years old in 1975. Yes, you do the math, figure out how old I am now. And my parents had their 25th wedding anniversary. This was in the Philippines. So, you know how people renew their vows on their 25th wedding anniversary? My parents did. At that time, there were only 13 children. 10 girls, 3 boys. And not only did they renew their vows, it's a big, full-on church wedding. So all the 10 girls and my mother were wearing this hand-embroidered white gown, each one of us. So my sisters were grown up, I was 11, and I have younger sisters. So we did the marching down the aisle, and it was beautiful. I mean, I have this image in my head, and so I'm like, oh my God, in another 25 years, they're gonna have their 50th wedding anniversary. And I'm imagining they will have grandchildren by then. And so my older siblings will have their children, will probably be grown up. And I'm like, at that time, I'd be 36 years old. And wouldn't it be nice if I would be walking down the aisle with my husband and my little kid? And so I have that image in my head. So that was my big plan. So I was doing the math, and I figured I don't really want to have a child right away after I get married, so probably, you know, have a couple of years, it's just me and my husband, and then have a child, and then for my child to be 2 or 3 years old by the time that we will all walk down the aisle. So I was doing the math in my head. I should get married when I'm 28 years old. That's the plan. So I was at 28 years old. I was in graduate school here in the US. I did have a boyfriend. And so I did my womanly manipulation so that we got married. Because I have a plan. And I guess that's what backfired. Because he got his doctorate first. He went to South Carolina to work. Then I got my doctorate, I got a job in Iowa. So that didn't really work out. And so, you know, what are you gonna do? You move on. And so here it was, when I was 34 years old, you know, 36 is not gonna happen, I guess. And I had a boyfriend, and we got married. Or we decided to get married, but during that time also, we decided to get married. We're gonna move across the country from Iowa to New Hampshire and start a new, sold a home, bought a home, and so forth. And I was also diagnosed with breast cancer. And so I'm one of those people who experienced, like in a 6-week period, all the stressful things that happens in one's life. And one of the things when I was getting my breast cancer treatment, actually here in Boston, Dana-Farber, one of the questions that I was asked was, do you want to freeze your eggs? Because the treatment might cause me to not be able to have children later on. And, you know, having just experienced a backfire when I was planning ahead, I said no. Because I didn't really, if I was not meant to have children, then freezing my eggs is really protecting something that was not even there. So I did not. My husband and I just made sure that we're gonna get me better and so forth and so on. And yeah, all the chemo, surgery, radiation, and all of that. I'm good. And so this is about a year, and we said, oh, okay. Now that I'm all good with the breast cancer thing, let's see if we can have children. So we went to all the doctors, checked all with the oncologists and all of that. They said everything's good. Went to the gynecologist and OB, and she said, well, how about you guys try for 6 months naturally, and then if nothing happens, we'll try to do something. Well, I'm a very competitive person. I compete with myself, so I made sure that, I I was pregnant in 3 months. But so I was like, oh my God, it was March. My parents' 50th wedding anniversary is in December. So I was going to give birth in December, and so here it is. I was still hoping to get to the 50th wedding anniversary, and my parents' anniversary was December 20th. My son was born on December 17th. So not only did I not get to march in the church wearing our gown, but I didn't even get to go to the wedding anniversary, but I did have my baby boy. I also had another child 3 years later. She's actually here, baby girl. And I also had 2 more breast cancers. I'm all good now. Don't worry about it. But there's a lot that I have learned about planning. So there are a lot of things that have happened in my life, but planning ahead is not something that I would really go for, because a lot of times God has better plans. So, thank you.
It's Luz.